And good morning, everybody. It's Cooke, founder of the Engine and leading business advisor. Welcome to the Engine Business Talk Show podcast. In this session, we're going to explore the transformative solutions offered by the Engine Ltd in the realm of employee engagement. Today, we will delve into the innovative strategies and tools that the Engine Ltd has developed to ignite passion, motivation, and productivity within businesses. I'm joined on this session with Christine Rankin, leadership expert, and Peter Cooke, customer experience expert, both leading business advisors with me at the Engine Ltd. Morning to you both.
Good.
What beautiful weather today. Is it sunny down there in Taupo?
No, it's raining, but it is warmer than usual, so we are grateful, Catherine.
roll on sunshine and summer. I can't wait. Now, let's get right into it. Last week's podcast, we dived into about how business is about people, and without people, you don't have a business. When we're engaged to work with a business, our first month is a full discovery. It's a 360 review of the business. That means getting the voice of the customer and the voice of the employee. Peter, do you want to talk about the importance of hearing the voice of the employee and the benefit of having this done impartially by one of us?
Sure. Hearing the voice of the employee is absolutely crucial for understanding just where they're at in terms of their needs, concerns, their insights, and also the sort of culture of openness and trust that's evident in the organisation. It's as equally important as it is to get the customer feedback. So, and having this process performed impartially by a third party like the Engine ensures you get that unbiased feedback from them, and encourages the employee to share their perspectives candidly and without any fear of repercussions, which means you get a more accurate and actionable insights from the people in your organisation for ongoing improvement.
Oh, thanks, Peter. Christine, we remind business owners about how we borrow people from their lives to work for us, so it's important we invest in our people. How do you approach this with business owners?
Oh, look, I do it in a straight up way, of course, Catherine. I think a lot of people become leaders. They go into business and their business grows and grows and they become leaders. And, you know, we don't invest in ourselves, let alone in our staff, so that we can learn. But I always say to leaders of organisations, as the speed of the boss is the speed of the crew. So whatever you do is what they're going to do. And the more you know about engaging them and making them part of everything that you do, and I'm not talking about the little things that they don't need to know, but it's feeding what they do, it's being really clear about what you want them to achieve, and it's about praising them and creating a culture that's exciting, where they really love to come to work, where they feel valued. Because, you know, people don't always or just put value on money. They put value on what their day's like, and whether it's great to be there, and whether they know things and they're making a difference in the business. So it's about, I always say it's about setting the values. That's the very first important thing. Think about them, write them down, share them with your people, and truly live them. And of course, your vision and your mission and your goals come after that. But knowing what the values of the business is a great start.
Oh, look, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's amazing how many times people are hiring people and then they're wondering why there's some problems. It's because they're hiring people without even considering the values of the business. Therefore, the values are not aligned. So, look, Christine, just while we've still got you on topic, could you maybe share some insight into the common challenges leaders face when it comes to motivating and engaging their teams?
I think it's just not knowing how to press the button, because a lot of leaders will tell me that their people, you know, not really interested. They just make their way through the day. They haven't got the output they want. And then I look at what's going on in that organisation, and I usually find the same thing. They're not really clear about what they're there to do. There's no celebration. There's no excitement. I'm just thinking of one recently where I was really shocked at just the atmosphere when you walked in the door. You can't make people excited and working really hard and being part of everything if everything is dull and low. Your job and the job of any senior leadership team is to keep the buzz up. And yes, of course, when things go wrong, you're absolutely open about it, but you always start with the good things. You know, when I'm giving feedback to somebody that needs to improve something, you start with the great things because everyone has things that they're really good at, and then you go on to what needs to be fixed, and then you go back to the good things, and that's how people become involved and will fix whatever it is that's missing.
Although I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I've walked into many organisations and it just felt like everybody had died, like no one was happy. You know, if you go into a place like that and you leave and you go back and you leave and you go back, it's no wonder there's no motivation. So, Peter, we'll start with you by telling us a bit about the Engine Limited and its mission when it comes to employee engagement. Peter?
At the Engine, sorry about that, push the mute button. The Engine, we're a forward-thinking company, supported by our additional specialist support network. We specialise in innovative solutions for employee engagement. It's what we promote to our clients. And our core mission really is to empower businesses to unlock the full potential of their workforce by creating and fostering that culture of engagement, collaboration and growth, and having everybody pulling in the same direction. At the Engine, we also understand that engaged employees are the backbone of any successful organisation. And our mission is to help businesses of all sizes and industries to leverage off the power of employee engagement to drive improved productivity, creativity, and overall business performance, really. And we absolutely believe that, you know, engaged employees are not only more satisfied and motivated in their roles, but they also contribute more significantly to the company's bottom line, and they become promoters of the company they work for.
Thanks, Peter. And you talk about employee engagement. It's kind of a buzzword in today's business world. How does the Engine Limited approach employee engagement, and why is it crucial for businesses?
Yeah, well, our approach to employee engagement is comprehensive and tailored really to the unique needs of each client. We offer a wide range of cutting-edge tools, strategies, and expertise to help create a workplace where employees feel valued, supported, and inspired to really excel in their role. And our solutions encompass everything from leadership development, communication strategies, recognition programs, and employee well-being initiatives as well.
Thanks, Peter. Look, Christine, coming back to that place that you went into, you know, where it just didn't feel alive, could you maybe share some insights into the common challenges leaders face when it comes to motivating and engaging their teams?
I think it's about every person feeling valued. And I know that for me, when I'm working somewhere, I want a sense of activity and excitement and belonging there. You know, you need to know, as I said before, you need to know your role, and you need to know that you are valued for that role. And you have to have some energy in a place. You know, there is nothing wrong with having fun. Staff need to have fun together. That makes the productivity even more. And as I said to you, when I walked into that place a month or so ago, it was like everyone was dead. It was silent. The atmosphere was very weird. And no wonder there were pages and pages and pages of problems. I did say before, and I will say it again, I do not think it's about money. It's about how people feel when they go to work every day. And I know that most of the time in my working life in welfare, I couldn't wait to get to work in the morning. And I know that may seem strange working in a government department, but I loved it. And I knew that the people around me loved it. And it's because they were valued. What they did was really important. And I, as the leader, told them every day what a wonderful job they were doing and how precious they were to New Zealand. You've got to have your people feeling as though it's worthwhile. And, you know, not every person is the same. There's not a one size fits all. We're all now split up into, you know, there's baby boomers and there's millennials, and it goes on and on and on. And they all react to different things. So, yes, it is challenging as a leader to understand what motivates people, but there's plenty of information about it. And we at the Engine share that very liberally. So people do understand their employees.
look, I couldn't agree with you more, Christine. And it's not even just the different millennials or baby boomers. It's also about the diversity that we have in a workplace. It's understanding how different cultures work. And, you know, New Zealand's probably a really good place to kind of just investigate, you know, from other parts of the world, how we operate, because we do have a wide range of diversity in the workplace. So it's a really interesting time that you do get alongside people and see what makes them tick. And I love that word passion you use, Christine, because it's so important. When you've got passion, you can ignite passion in others as long as they can feel it and understand where they're going. So Peter, I'm going to come back to you about I mean, obviously you're a customer experience expert. What role does the customer experience play in employee engagement, and how does it impact a company's bottom line?
Yes, customer experience plays a pivotal role actually in employee engagement. Because it directly influences how employees perceive their workplace. When employees are seeing their efforts positively impacting customer satisfaction, it really does boost their morale and commitment, and ultimately contributes to the company's bottom line through a range of things such as increased productivity, customer retention, and revenue growth. But there's a saying that if you've got happy employees, that will flow through and into happy customers, and it works the other way around as well. If the customers are happy, the employees get the satisfaction of knowing they've contributed to that.
It's all about keeping people happy, right? You know, everyone's happy. Everybody kind of has that spring in the step. So look, Christine, in your experience, what are some common misconceptions or myths about employee engagement that you've encountered in your work?
I think some employers believe that people are just lazy. You know, they don't want to be involved. They're there for the 8 hours or whatever it is they have to do, and then they go home, that there's no enthusiasm. And actually there's a button to push that changes all of that, but you've got to know how. And I said previously that sometimes we just become leaders and we don't know how to do some of these things. And the joy, or the one of the really precious things about the work we do is no one ever needs to know that we're giving advice. You know, you don't have to make that obvious to everybody in the organisation, but we can change things for people in no time at all because we know exactly how to do it. And the motivating is all the things that we've previously talked about. I had a saying in one of my previous roles that enthusiasm is contagious and so is the lack of it. And it's absolutely true. And if you think of that all the time as the boss, then it's you that's got to have the enthusiasm, but it's more than that. And you do need someone to stand beside you. If it's not something that you've learned by watching someone else, because some of us get the privilege of watching great leaders and being able to copy the things that we agree with and discard the things that we hate. Unfortunately, many people learn more from what they've watched and really disliked than what has been very good. But if you haven't had that privilege, you need someone who knows how to do it, to just give you the key. And there is a key, and it's nowhere near as hard as people may imagine it is. If there are people out there at the moment with an unmotivated workforce, call us, because we can change it really fast.
Look, absolutely. And look, you know, at the Engine here, we've got an Engine business membership that businesses purchase from us. As an annual membership, it provides savings for the business and also to the employees. So Peter, what is the ones, it also provides coaching as well. So it's a business membership with savings and coaching. You won't find it anywhere else. Peter, what is the one saving benefit with the Engine business membership that an employee can benefit from?
Yeah, that's really simple, Catherine. You know, businesses and their staff can save 11 cents a litre on petrol every time the business owner or one of their fleet vehicles, one of their customer vehicles needs to fill up any day of the week. Not just when the petrol companies decide on it's going to be discount day, but actually any day of the week. And our fuel savings means that at an average of about $260 per litre for a 60-litre tank, that's a $343 savings per year for just one vehicle. So if you've got a fleet of 3 vehicles, you get a business saving over $1,000. And our objective is to continue to put money back into employees and our customers' accounts. And that's just one vendor saving of the business membership. Actually, there's multiple vendors and suppliers contributing to the savings program. So for an essential membership subscription, the cost is $862.50 a year. It's tax deductible, and you can provide yourself and your employees so many other additional benefits that far outweigh the investment of that subscription each year.
Bottom line, savings are really needed right now, and especially with fuel, and obviously having business coaching with one of us, I mean, that just, people are so alone, I'm hearing they don't know where to turn. So, Christine, what advice would you give to businesses that are just beginning their journey toward improving employee engagement? Where should they start?
They need to start with the values and the vision. They need to know where they're going. They need to be really, really clear about where they're going and what they want to achieve. Because if you don't have that, how can you have your people properly focused on the work that'll get you the real outcomes? I think that is very important, and a lot of businesses never ever think about where they're going or have a plan of how to get there. And Catherine, as you know, that plan isn't pages and pages and pages long. We condense it right down to a page or maybe two, I'll let them do, because you need it to be picked up every day to remind you of what you're there for and how you're going to go about what you do.
So what Christine's really saying is she's saying you need to work with one of us, because when you work with one of us, you get the accountability, you get the outside people looking in. And, believe it or not, when employees see change, they will go on the journey. I want to talk about the Engine Ltd. It's known for its innovative strategies and tools, and that's why we're here today. If I look at a company I work with, they had no vision, no mission, no values. Half their employees were broken, and they were constantly propping up the employees getting away with things, i.e. taking days off. And everyone was on the journey and not on the journey and not having courageous conversations. It wasn't acceptable behaviour, and the values for the company needed to be with everyone. Peter, can you provide some example of other tools and how they've made a difference in employee engagement with one of your clients with the Engine?
Yeah, sure. So the Engine employs innovative tools such as AI-driven feedback platforms, personalised employee development plans, and real-time recognition systems. And these tools have helped revolutionise employee engagement, mainly by fostering continuous communication, setting clear individualised growth paths for employees, and timely, and appropriate recognition. So all of this results in improving morale, performance, and just overall organisational success. So, but most importantly, however, is the tool of conversation. Just having conversations with your people, checking in, communicating two-way, encouraging them to communicate up and to each other as well, but also feeding information and keeping them in the loop on what's going on.
Peter, I love where you're going with conversation. Can you elaborate more on the workshop we run around conversation?
Yeah, sure. So let's just say that we flip the conversation, if you like. So if you change your culture, you'll change your results, right? We use the emotional card deck from Elephants and Riders, and it's designed to help get your team talking, tapping into vulnerability and empathy, and everybody gets involved with the card deck. It's really, really powerful. We get people to discuss how they feel at work, how they want to feel, how others are feeling. And we so love the fact that the ongoing energy and bonding that comes out of these workshops is amazing. And in fact, we also do additional workshops on well-being and understanding your customers better. And it's all designed to get better information, help people think about themselves, the people they work with, and the customers' needs. So starting the journey with us, it'll really help build a better company with an inspiring employee and customer engagement process. And Catherine, why don't you just talk about that manufacturing client that you work with in this space as well?
Wow, you're flipping the podcast back on me, Peter. Hey, that's a good example. I was engaged to assist a manufacturing company. The company was facing a decline in employee engagement scores with disengaged absentee employees who had no confidence for growth opportunity. They were basically citing that there were communication gap and there was just a lack of recognition as key concern. The low engagement was negatively impacting on productivity and retention rates, and I was engaged to assist. So through conducting a thorough assessment of the company's needs through my 360 review, I recommended and implemented a multifaceted approach. What I can say is the following results were achieved. The employee engagement scores increased by 25%, with more employees reporting a sense of purpose and satisfaction in their roles. And to me, that in itself meant that, we'd achieved we'd actually achieve what we set out to do. However, we also got productivity improving, and that was a significant result of 15% and more output, and the employee turnover decreased, which was really important. And obviously that meant that we reduced recruitment and onboarding costs. So the company's bottom line saw a notable upturn with increased customer satisfaction and a boost in revenue. And how do we know about the customer satisfaction? Well, customers were talking to us. No, they weren't just talking to us, they were actually engaging with us. So that was actually a really good example of how we were able to boost employee engagement. Right now, I want to do a deep, I want to look at the deep understanding of the modern workforce. And what that means, we're experts at crafting tailored solutions that foster a culture of engagement, collaboration and growth. Christine, what final words do you have on the topic today?
Well, no change equals no change. If you want retention and you want engagement, you need expert help. And that is exactly what we offer. I've got years of leadership history and recognised worldwide. I do know how to do it, and I absolutely love helping someone change their environment and therefore change their lives and for their business to become a real success, because their success is my passion. So I would say reach out. If you're having issues, and a lot of people are, reach out. It's an investment and not a cost. So many people have said that to us, and it certainly makes you feel good that you're contributing in such a positive way.
Yeah, I like how you talk about investment, not a cost, because we have actually had a lot of clients say that. And the reality is that you shouldn't be looking at the cost of someone coming in to help you. You should be looking at what they're going to deliver for you. And if you've got the trust and confidence and the knowledge that they've delivered before for other people, then it's just a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. It'll have you in a different place to where you are now, in a better place. It'll have you growing. Peter, what are your final words?
Yeah, look, I guess we're pretty much into the last quarter of the financial year. And if you want to be in a different place in your business next year, don't wait for the start of the year to think about change. Christine's point about no change equals no change, but if you change too late, you don't get the full benefit either in the upcoming period. So procrastination will still have you with the same problems and challenges you have now. So don't wait, make change, do it early, engage your people in doing it, and the successes will come.
Absolutely. And, quite often I get clients saying to me, oh, look, let's start working in February. And I go, what happened to November, December and January? Do your businesses not operate? And they go, oh, yeah, I do. And I go, well, come February, don't you want to be like having some of those, some initiatives being implemented at that point? And they go, oh, yeah, I haven't thought about it like that. So really, it's up to you. If you want change, it has to start with you. It has to start with a conversation with us. Look, just like that, we're nearly out of time. Either one of us can be your trusted partner because we understand the modern workforce intimately. And we have a proven track record of igniting passion, motivation and productivity within many companies and industry types through innovative strategies and tools tailored to your unique needs. Our expertise and commitment to fostering a culture of engagement, collaboration and growth make us the catalyst your company needs to revitalise and thrive. Be the change your business needs and start the conversation with us by reaching out on LinkedIn or by contacting us through businessadvice@theengine.biz. We also do what's called a small business warrant of fitness program. If anything, reach out to us and have a look at what we do there. Just even to start that discovery and just understand where the disconnects are will help you get aligned a lot better and also get your people on the journey. Thank you, Christine and Peter, for your time. I can't believe that we did this in not quite half an hour today.
Well, thanks. Enjoyed it.
You both have a great day and thanks again for coming on.